Okay, I'm just going to go through some examples of the division of polynomials. The first one that I'll do is x squared plus 7x plus 11 divided by x take 2. So what we'd normally do is rewrite this a bit like a long division. X minus 2 x squared plus 7x plus 11. So now what we need to do is go through the process where we're going to get the first term here, x squared, and divide it by the x which is out the front. So x squared divided by x, and I'll just do over the side here for those a little bit confused with that sort of thing. X squared over x is the same as x times x divided by x, and then one of those x's will cancel down, which leaves you with just x on its own. The next thing that we need to do with this x at the top is we times it by the x out the front. This is our check to make sure I've got it right. So x times x, we'll write that down here as x squared. Then we do the same thing with the minus 2. So x times minus 2 is negative 2x squared. Now the little check that we did with the first one, x times x is x squared, we're comparing that these two are the same, which they should be. In this case it's all correct. Now what we do is we take away that second line from the first line. So x squared take away x squared is 0. 7x take away negative 2x. Take away negative makes a plus, so 7x plus 2x is 9x. And then what we do is we bring down this 11 at the end here. And now what we can do is we can actually ignore all the stuff up here for now, because we need to deal with this 9x down the bottom. So we now get this 9x and divide it by the x out the front. So 9x divided by x will be 9. And then the same deal is we go through and multiply at the front again. So 9 times the x at the front is 9x. Oops. And 9 times the 2 out the front, negative 2 at the front, is negative 18. We take that away, so 9x take away 9x will be 0. And then 11 take away minus 18, which the take away and the minus makes a plus. So 11 plus 18 is plus 29. And that there is our remainder, 29. So the answer to our original question of x squared plus 7x plus 11 all divided by x minus 2, the answer is going to be x plus 9 plus the 29 remainder divided by x minus 2. Okay, we'll go on to this one here is x plus 2 into x cubed plus x squared minus 14x take 24. So that's our question. So again, we start off with x cubed at the front divided by the x, which gives us x squared. Multiply that out the front, so x squared times by x is x cubed. X squared times by 2 is 2x. We'll now need to take that away, so x cubed take away x cubed is 0. Excuse me, x squared take away 2x will be negative x squared, and that should have been a squared there. Now we can bring down just the negative 14, or we could bring down the 24 as well. It doesn't really matter. So our next line that we have, we divide the negative x squared by the x at the front, so that one divided by that one, and that will give us negative x at the top here. And then again we go through and multiply, so the negative x at the top multiplied by the x out the front will give us negative x squared. The negative x at the top multiplied by the positive 2 will give us negative 2x. And again we have to take that away. So negative x take away negative x is 0. Negative 14x take away 2x will be negative 12x. And then we're going to bring down this negative 24 from here. And I'm just going to change colour again. The next thing that we need to do is we get this negative 12 here and divide it by the x that's out the front. So negative 12x divided by x will give us negative 12. And again we go through this cycle, we multiply that by the x out the front. So negative 12 times x is negative 12x. And the negative 12 times by the 2 out the front will be negative 24. Take those away. Negative 12x take away 12x is 0. And negative 24 take away negative 24 is also 0. So in this case here we have a 0 remainder. So the answer to the original question was x squared take away x take 12 with no remainder. What that means is that's actually a factor of the original equation. So I could rewrite the original equation. This is something that you will be doing down the track. X cubed plus x squared take 14x take 24 is actually equal to, this is our answer, x squared take x take 12, and this is what we're divided by. And that quadratic bracket which is there, we can further factorise that one again. So factors of negative 12, which add up to negative 12, that add up to negative 1, with neg 4 plus 3, so x minus 4, x plus 3, x plus 2. So eventually that's the type of thing that you'll be getting to, but at this stage you only need to just be dividing it. Go on to one more example. And this third example, we have 3x cubed plus x take 3, all divided by x minus 2. So I'll start to write this out, x take 2, and we've got a 3x cubed term. There's no x squared term, but we do need to allow for it, so we have to write in 0 x squared plus x take 3. I've gone downhill a little bit there. So same process, get this little cycle happening. So we've got the 3x cubed divided by x will give us 3x squared. Multiply it through. 3x squared times x is 3x cubed. 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x squared. Take that away. So 3x cubed take 3x cubed is 0. 0x squared take away excuse me, negative 6x squared will give us positive 6x squared. We'll bring down this plus x, and then I'll change colour. Now we get this 6x squared at the front divided by the x. So 6x squared divided by x is 6x. And we multiply that again out the front. So 6x squared times by x is 6x times by x is 6x squared. 6x times by negative 2 is negative 12x. I'm going to take that away, so 6x squared, take away 6x squared is 0. X take away negative 12 will give us 13x in a positive. Bring down this negative 3. and then we can change colour again. Now we deal with this 13x down the bottom here divided by the x at the front, which 13x divided by x is 13. Again we multiply it through, so 13x times the x, 13 times x is 13x. 13 times by negative 2 is negative 26. And again we take that line away, 13 take 13 is 0, negative 3 take away negative 26 will give us positive 23. So our answer is 3x squared plus 6x plus 13 plus 23 over x take 2. And we'll move into one more, which is a little bit harder, and I'll just write this one out. 2x plus 1 goes into 3x cubed plus 2x squared, take x, take 2. Now this one's going to be a little bit nastier because of this fraction, but you can cope with it because you're a legend. So we get the 3x cubed divided by 2x. And I'll just do a little fraction thing over here. We've got 3x cubed divided by 2x. Then what will happen is the x will cancel down with one of these x's at the top. It'll leave you with x squared. So that would be your answer, is 3x squared over 2. So we can write it nice and small at the top here, 3x squared over 2. Then that gets multiplied out the front, so 3x squared over 2 times 2x will give us our 3x cubed. Multiply it by the 1 as well. 3x squared over 2 multiplied by 1 is 3x squared over 2. Fancy that. Then we need to take that away. So 3x cubed, take 3x cubed is 0. 2x squared, take away 3x squared over 2. This is another one that I'll do over the side here. So 2x squared, take away 3x squared over 2. If we're dealing with fractions, we need common denominator, so 2x squared is the same as 4x squared over 2. And let's take away 3x squared over 2. Now we've got a common denominator, we just deal with the numerator, the top line, so 4x squared take away 3x squared is just x squared over 2, which is what our answer is here. Then we bring down our negative x, we'll take x. Now we get our x squared take 2 bit here and divide it by the 2x at the front there. So I'll do this over the side as well. X squared over 2 divided by 2x. This could be the same as x squared over 2 times by 1 over 2x. So we can cancel diagonally with one of these x's at the top will cancel down with the x in the bottom. And then we multiply through, so the x times 1 on the top line is just x, and 2 times 2 on the bottom is 4. So we get x over 4 on the top. Now what we do is we have to multiply that through again. So x over 4 times 2x is basically the reverse of what we did over here, which brings us to our x squared over 2. And x over 4 times 1 is x over 4. Then we need to take that away from the line above it, so x squared over 2, take away x squared over 2 is 0. Negative x, take away x over 4. And again I'll do this over the side here. Negative x, take away x over 4 is the same as negative 4x over 4 take x over 4, which will equal negative 5x over 4. Excuse me. Then we have to bring down this negative 2. Then we have to change pen because that's really important. So we now have negative 5x over 4 down here, and we have to divide that by the 2x at the front. And I'm running out of room to draw stuff here, but that's going to be, if you're dividing by 2, you basically double what your denominator is. So this will be negative, topic I need to write, negative 5x over 4 divided by 2x will be negative 5 over 8. And then we get that 5 over 8, multiply it out the front, which gives us our negative 5x over 4. Negative 5 over 8 times by the 1 out the front will be negative 5 over 8. Take that away. So 5x over 4, take 5x over 4 is 0. Negative 2 take away 5 over 8, and I will try to shift everything up a bit so that we can do that little section. I might just make it a bit smaller if I can. How's that? So we've got negative 2 take away negative 5 over 8. The take away and the minus makes a plus. So that will be equal to negative 2, we have to make that as a fraction out of 8, so that's negative 16 out of 8, plus 5 over 8. Negative 16 plus 5 will be negative 11 over 8. So what that will mean is the answer to our question is 3x squared over 2 plus x over 4 take 5 over 8 take away 11 over 8 2x plus 1, and that will be your answer right there. Complicated process, but you can deal with that. Alright, have fun with those questions.